This is MJ. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an analyzer. You can find all my work at mjmunoz.com. I want to discuss Ultraman Regulos Episode 2. And I gotta say right off the bat, it was decent, not amazing. I think it was a little less enjoyable than Episode 1. And I think that's because a lot happened, and I feel like it kind of happened without as much context as it could have. Now, for those of you saying, well, the context of Episode 1 is, of course, the content of the context of Episode 2 is the content of Episode 1. Yes, you are correct, but it felt a little disconnected. And that's my main problem. So I believe this is the same. I think the total length for Regulos is going to be around 100 minutes, but I'm not 100% sure. This episode was only 10 minutes, which I found that disappointing. I did watch the Blazer teaser or trailer again, though, and I gotta tell you, I'm so much looking forward to Ultraman Blazer, especially because I'm hoping that the dub team or the dub studio from Z will be working on that as well. And anyway, I had less of a problem with the dub team on Regulos in the second episode. I think maybe just I wasn't expecting that necessarily, although I did hear in the trailer a little bit of their work, and I enjoyed it more this time, and I rolled with it, and I had more fun. And you know, the good thing about it was we had that great Koichi Sakamoto directed action, and there was basically that little war scene where the Magma alien, which I don't know if they're supposed to be, if like alien Magma is a race, and it's weird how like well, to me it's weird. I don't know if it's a Japanese thing or if it's just how they've decided to do it for Ultraman, but it's like alien Barossa, alien Voltan, alien Magma. That's how they're called or you know, signified. So anyway, all those Magma folks, like I don't know if that's just the whole race, they're all Magma, but like they look cool and they were villainous, and I like how you got to see like the two tiers of them. There were like the more grunt soldier ones, and then there were like the commanding officer type ones. I think generals is what we usually say in the Toku biz, right? Anyway, but like the dude and the lady, they were cool. Like I don't know why, but like these black bodies, this black, you know, skin for them, and then like the blonde hair and like their crazy eyes and the faceplates on them, like it has a really cool look. It doesn't even look menacing necessarily. It just looks, I don't know, it looks unique, and it feels kind of unique, and I enjoyed them a lot, and seeing them in action was cool. And like some of them have like blade arms and things like that were pretty cool. So like that aspect of it was a lot of fun, and seeing all the different masters, Beast, what is it? Beast Star Beast? I can't remember now. Cosmo Beast. Yeah, all the different Cosmo Beast masters using their fighting styles was cool, and we got, you know, a little showcase of each of them, and that was fun. Again, I do like this, you know, old school kung fu thing, and I don't know. I think if they just went a little thinner with the plot, and like I don't know, just go a little thinner with the plot maybe, and just have it be more simple. Hey, we've got these invaders, they're coming, we need to prepare, which I mean, it kind of sounds like that's what the plan is for Master Alude going forward, because he was injured, he was poisoned, I think pretty badly. You know, not good for him, but exciting for us. But you know, he was injured, and he's saying now we're just going to live life as normal, keep training, and wait for these guys to come back and for us to take them down, or defend ourselves against them rather. And that's not good enough for Regulos, and he wants revenge, and he wants to avenge Astra and Leo, and I can understand that, and he wants to be more proactive against the alien Magma so that they don't come back and destroy D60 as well, which is, you know, totally understandable. And I found that all pretty compelling and interesting. So yeah, I don't know, just the way it was presented, and the fact that it was so short, and there were like, I don't know, 6 or 8 scenes maybe total in this very short run. I think it maybe just made it feel too dense, and maybe again, seeing it in the flow of a movie as a single narrative, it would help a lot more. But the way it ran here, it just felt a little off, and was difficult for me. So not that it was difficult to follow, but just I didn't like the flow of it, I guess is what I'm saying. So anyway, and then at the end there, I read people's comments. They're calling the guy that Regulos finds in the end, which, by the way, him flying off in a rage, he looked cool and flying in profile. It reminded me, I gotta do more squats. Anyway, but he looked cool flying away, but then it was kind of silly that he like just bumped his head, he crashed into a mountain. I guess maybe he was able to do that, or he did that because anger was clouding his judgment or his mind. That's the only thing I can think of, because he flew off in a rage. But I mean, honestly, it was a little silly. I kind of laughed at that. And then he happens to fall into the I guess the Phoenix Master's dwelling or den or whatever. And I don't know. I thought that was kind of odd. And then the bird thing that attacked him, to me, it sure looked like a bird, like a cockatrice or a phoenix maybe, or something like that. But people seem to be saying in the comments that it was a dragon, and I don't like. As much as I enjoy it, and as simple as a lot of the stories are, like some of the Ultraman stuff kind of doesn't click for me. Like, was that really a dragon or was that a phoenix? Because it sure looked like a phoenix or a bird type thing. And anyway, supposedly this guy's going to be the Dragon Master, and I think in the previews and the trailers we saw for Regulos, he was going to be the Dragon and Tiger Master, which I guess, I mean, that's fine. That's fine with me. But I for some reason I thought he was going to have mastery over all the styles. Maybe it's the opening where he does some moves in each of the different styles. I'm not sure. Anyway, but yeah, so like the coincidence that guy's there in that cave where he happens to fall after, I think it was Alule mentioned that there was a guy who got kicked out of the order of the Cosmo Beast fighters because he wouldn't listen and wasn't disciplined or whatever, and now maybe this rogue guy is going to train Regulos. That's kind of interesting, and I don't know, it's just kind of weird. It's not at all where I expected it to go, and I really expected, well, I guess it's not, the show's not going the way I expected so far, but I'm okay and I'm rolling with it, but it's just a little surprising. But I mean, I'm also kind of okay with what they're doing for the most part. Again, it's a fun fight show or fight movie, and we're getting to see this conflict. Now I just wonder, like, there was a little spark of like, oh, we want to teach like the discipline and the ethic and the morality, or the greater state of mind in being a martial artist through this show, or like that's what Regulos is going to learn. And I thought we were going to see that, and then he's flying off the handle and going with this other master who was kicked out, or guy who mastered himself, but he was kicked out, and now it feels less like that's going to be the case, and that's kind of too bad, because I thought that was cool. But maybe they'll come back around, and that's not how it looks like it's going to go, but it will go. But we'll see. I don't think it needs to be super moral, which I think Ultraman is more than not. Everything I've seen of it so far, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Because, again, like I said, I thought it was going to... Now, this wasn't from the previews. This was from the content of Episode 1. I thought it was going to go a certain way, and then it went kind of a different way. But it's still developing. It's still, only partly told, so we'll see where it ends up. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Check out more of my stuff over at mjmunoz.com. I have many Ultraman things I'm covering, and with the advent of Shin Kamen Rider in theaters that I'm going to go see in a couple days, I have a Kamen Rider manga from 1971 review going up there. I'm going to do the manga in like 5 or 6 parts. I'm going to cover Shin Kamen Rider, and I'm going to be doing more Ridery stuff. I'm going to reopen and relaunch Rider Tears, which is going to be my thing where I'm dedicating time to discuss Kamen Rider topics, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I invite you to check that out as well. It'll be everywhere on Henshin Inspection, where you can find your Henshin Inspection stuff, which is what Going Ultra is part of and such. So anyway, until next time, folks, I hope that you are well and that you be well. This is MJ signing out. I hope you enjoyed that. Go to mjmunoz.com to leave any questions, comments, or other feedback you might have. There you can find all of my analysis, art, and fiction. I cover books, tokusatsu, comic books, anime, and more. Look around. You're sure to find something else that you'll enjoy as well. This has been a Story Over Everything production.